Hey everyone, this is Rish and this is part 2 of the new patch notes video. So in this video I will be covering the new Halikri bosses, new legendary gems, new zone and much more. Let's get started. Welcome to our last major update of 2023, Splintered Souls. This update introduces familiars to fight alongside you, the Southern Dreadlands zone and Sentinel Stand zone event, 3 new Inferno difficulties and 5 new Halikri bosses and a flaming flood of additional content. We wanted to thank you for slaying demons with us across many content updates and 4 major updates this year. Your love for Diablo Immortal is what inspires us to introduce new features to the game every 2 weeks. May your holidays be full of enemies to best and experiences to uncover in Splintered Souls. So we'll start with Southern Dreadlands, the new zone launching in-game tomorrow. The Dreadlands are the name for the northern plains and tundra near the region of Ariat, a devastated place where the demonic incursions are a commonplace and the energies of creation have warped the land and creatures. In Diablo Immortal's newest zone, the Southern Dreadlands, you'll encounter horrifying shardborn, insects and animals twisted by the destruction of the World Stone, plus vicious bandits and outcasts. The Southern Dreadlands are an expansive zone that includes acid-streaked plains and hills, deep underground ravines, the outskirts of the great city of Stalbreak, and the tent refuge of the Grey Wards and the surreal Gully of Madness. The frightful power of the Shattered Worldstone is surging forth from the Dreadlands. In several wilderness zones throughout the continent, small shard storms, dangerous whirlwinds that contain tiny splinters of the Worldstone, are ravaging the landscape, creating shardborn and attracting monsters. For a limited time, you'll be able to speak to the witch Sayslid in Westmarch, near Rakis Square, to learn where the storms are headed next, and try to claim them for rewards. Additionally, 13 new bounties have been added to the bounty board for the Southern Dreadlands. Be sure to complete them for all rewards. Hold your ground in the Sentinel Stands zone event. Beyond new monsters, new ambient events and the new main quest, the Southern Dreadlands will also play host to a new zone event, Sentinel Stand. In this event, you'll race through the Gully of Madness, summoning defensive towers with abilities like freeze and chain lightning to prevent shard-warped creatures from reaching a massive shard storm and wreaking havoc on the land. Should you succeed in your efforts to protect this delightfully miserable part of Sanctuary, magic, rare or legendary items and gold will be your spoils. Alongside the new zone, we will also be seeing 3 new Inferno difficulties and 5 new Halikri bosses. Let's look into these now. Iphael, Knight of Broken Stone. A knight devoted to his inner light, Iphael was attacked by a strange beast in the Dreadlands. It pierced his armour and he fell deathly ill, plagued by visions of madness and voices bound in agony. His faith was not enough to save him from becoming more beast than man. Now he only seeks to dominate others and sow terror as he crosses the land. Drepsai Blight Spewer. Drepsai is a pestilent lumbering monster covered in undulating cancerous growths. This horrific facsimile of humanity was born in the underdepths, made by the power of creation run amok. He spews pestilence and bile and commands legions of mutated beasts. Defeating Drepsai on Inferno difficulty 4 alone or with a party unlocks Inferno difficulty 5, Paragon levels 1200 to 1399. Elsali the Shardheart. Formerly a mage seeking to understand the nature of reality, Asali discovered a small splinter of the Worldstone, but in attempting to retrieve it he pricked his finger. This was enough to end his life once. The risen Asali gave into the promises of clarity about the world from a chorus of voices beckoning him. He took his place of power quickly, becoming dominant voice in the chorus of the Shardborn and spreading his madness to others. Ischia, Twofold Rebirth. The cobbler who would become the Twofold Rebirth somehow endured the piercing splinter storms of the Dreadlands for weeks, leaving her transformation into a Shardborn unusually incomplete. The monstrous thing that now wears Ischia's skin wields the echo of humanity like a weapon, allowing her to control the minds of humans with a simple glance. Defeating Ischia on Inferno difficulty 5 alone or with a party unlocks Inferno difficulty 6. Pestle, Underearth Empress. In the dark, vermin-infested caves below the Dreadlands, the Shardborn bore a voracious hive to heal when they introduced corrupted Worldstone splinters to its queen. She is not one thing, but many, and they all are vile and hungry. Worse yet, she is not done being changed by the power of creation. Her most diabolical and beautiful form has yet to come. So those are the 5 new Halikri bosses, but there is also this new feature coming in. Double down on death in the Halikri Surge. Where there's one title of hell, there's bound to be more lurking nearby. Felling any Halikri boss on any difficulty has a chance to trigger a Halikri Surge immediately after. Think of this as the burning hell sending additional opponents to hunt you down. In a Halikri Surge, you'll have to topple a few additional random Halikri bosses at reduced strength. Should you rise to the occasion, both rewards and bragging rights will be your spoils to claim. So that's it for Helichree. Let's take a look now at the new legendary gems. Starting off with the new 1-star gem, Unrefined Passage. Increases resonance by 150 and plus 44 combat rating when upgraded to rank 10. Damage you take while moving is reduced by 15%. You have a 4% chance to be immune to an attempt to slow you, and increases chance to find magic items by 5%. Now let's look at the 2-star gem, Igneous Scorn. Increases resonance by 300 and plus 66 combat rating when ranked up to rank 10. Your critical hits cause explosions that deal 120% base damage plus 486 to nearby enemies. These explosions cannot occur more often than once every 6 seconds. After triggering an explosion, your damage is increased by 10% for 2 seconds. And lastly, the new 5-star gem. So at quality 5 and rank 10, this increases resonance by 1000 and plus 240 combat rating. Dealing damage conjures a whirlpool at the enemy's location that pulls nearby enemies into its centre. After 2 seconds, a massive sea monster erupts from the whirlpool, dealing 450% base damage plus 1701 to all nearby enemies. So this one looks like a really strong legendary gem, as most of the 5-star gems are, but let me know what you think about these in the comments below. So with all this newness, we also have a new green set that will be available, as well as 2 additional green set slots. So Angmet's Conflagration is a new item set that is obtainable from the following dungeons in Inferno difficulty 4 and higher. So there are a few dungeons that will have these items available, but it's on Inferno 4 and above. And that is Dread Reaver, Forgotten Tower, Kikara's Rapids, Mad's King's Breach, Tomb of Fahir and Tristram Cathedral. So let's take a look at the bonuses you get from using multiple pieces of this new set, Angmet's Conflagration. So 2-piece bonus, after igniting your enemies, their burn duration is increased by 30%. 4-piece bonus, there is a 15% chance of igniting an enemy when dealing damage, burning them for damage over 3 seconds. This stacks up to 3 times. And the 6-piece bonus, after igniting an enemy, your attacks become more powerful for 12 seconds, cooldown over 40 seconds. Further attacks against enemies with 12 stacked burning statuses will explode, causing damage to immediate area, and cooldown is reduced by 0.5 seconds. Additionally, 2 new secondary slots have been added to Diablo Immortal, Bracelets. This item can only be crafted at Blacksmith on Inferno difficulty 4 and higher. We've also added bracelets for all other existing sets that helps to reinforce the bonuses provided by the sets. As well as returning events that I will go through at the end of this video, we also have Splintering Dark limited time event. Darkness provides a respite from the woes of the world for some, and for others it's a vehicle to fuel their deepest fears. Where will travelling into the splintered dark transport you? So this is a limited time event starting on December 14th. Complete 3 tasks is 1 random legendary item, 6 tasks is 3 rare crests, and 9 tasks is 1 legendary crest. We also have the Darkling Plane limited time event. After witnessing adventurers under mental duress, trapped in the deepest recesses of their mind, some of Sanctuary's familiars ventured into the Darkling Plane to rescue them. So this is another limited time event starting on December 14th. 3 different familiars will be available for you each day of the Darkling Plane. You will choose one at random, which begins at level 30 and contains a random assortment of active skills, passive skills, traits and attributes. Keep your trusty familiar close and together, and you shall prevail over Darkling Plane's looming threats and secure rewards such as 1 familiar contract, gold, scrap and other crafting materials. We also have Survivor's Bane limited time event. Now this is quite different to any of the events and in-game features, as this can be played vertically or horizontally on your mobile devices. So for mobile players like myself, this is going to be quite weird to see how it works. So in Survivor's Bane, you'll begin each run without your character's items and a random skill from their class. As you move throughout the map, any skills you have equipped will be automatically cast for you. Smiting Hell's minions will grant you useful experience orbs that level up your character. Each time you level up, you'll be presented with the option to equip a new skill. Up to 6 total can be equipped. The skill you're presented with can be from any class regardless of your character's class, or to upgrade an equipped skill. And here's a quick screen grab of what the gameplay for this looks like. So alongside these new events, there is also another new thing coming, which is the Rite of Cleansing daily activity. So caked in foul demon blood from your conquest over Demonic Scourge, you turn to a new service offered by Nisa in Westmarch to keep your body and mind whole. The Rite of Cleansing is a new daily activity where you'll earn Moonrite Flora from culling monsters in Sanctuary. You can hold up to 99 Moonrite Flora, and each Flora has a strength value of 1 to 5. Sacrifice 5 recently obtained Flora to open one of 3 events based upon the total value of Flora used. The rewards you'll receive from completing the event scale with the strength of Flora sacrificed and consist of legendary items, set items and more. We'll also be seeing a variety of returning events like Wild Brawl, Brumaltine, Shady Stock, Hungering Moon, and Conqueror, just to name a few. Of course, no update would be complete without a new cosmetic. So this is the Season 21 Battle Pass cosmetic, Shard Warped Saviour, and this is the preview that we have for it so far. I'll be interested to see what it looks like in game. We also have the Corrupt Radiance Phantom Market cosmetic, so obviously this one is just down to luck or spending on whether or not you get it. We also have some so-called class balancing to look forward to in this update, including Heart of the Storm essence being nerfed by 10% for damage to players. Damage to monsters remains unchanged, but who cares? Most people focus on PvP now, and so yeah, this means coming up with another new PvP build. We do, however, have new legendary items coming, so starting with the main hand, Bluster Crux, Arcane Wind now conjures a wind core at a target location that continually damages and pulls nearby enemies to its centre. Ice Blood Reliquary offhand, Ice Armor now targets an enemy with a frost mark that damages the target and nearby enemies, causing a stacking chill effect. Coat of Vexation Chest, Lightning Nova now targets an enemy with a lightning mark, causing them to repeatedly emit lightning novas centered on them. Dead Star Strider Pants, Meteor now targets an enemy with a star mark, causing meteors to crash down on their location. Wildermask Helm, Black Hole's cooldown is reduced by 15%, and Stag of 3 Omen Shoulders, after casting Meteor, your damage is increased by 10% for 3 seconds. There are more minor changes and tweaks coming to the game, but for now, let's look at the two last major changes. So you'll now be able to change your character's body appearance at the Barbers, so this is a big change and that will be available, as I said, at the Barbers in Westmarch. And lastly, there is a new buff coming for Elder Rift. So this is a limited time buff and this offers mirrored duels. So from December 22nd until December 26th, you can toggle on mirrored duels before you begin an Elder Rift run. For just that run, every legendary gem you receive as a reward will be accompanied by additional randomly legendary gem of the same type and random quality. The possibility of receiving legendary gems from Elder Rift remains the same, and we encourage players to activate mirrored duels on runs using 10 legendary crests so they can maximise their chances. So not entirely sure how that will work, but it'll be interesting to see what it looks like when it's in game. So that is it from me today. I hope you found this video helpful. More information can be found on the Blizzard website and looking at the official patch notes. But for now, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.